There, my name is Miss Kelly. I am a virtual content specialist for social studies grades 3 through 5. And today we're going to be going over your performance based assessment on freedom and the new nation. This is what the directions page looks like. You might have gotten this or something similar from your teacher. In this video, I'm going to be going over how to complete this assessment. Because it's an assessment, I can't help you with completing it, but I can help you figure out how to follow all the steps to complete this assignment. So let's get started. Here are the directions. Let's start by reading them. Performance-based assessment, freedom and the new nation, New York at the core. Student instructions. Many people and events have helped shape New York City, New York State, and the United States. The Museum of the City of New York is opening a new exhibit called Freedom and the New Nation, New York at the Core. Think about the images or documents from this unit that you can contribute to the new exhibit. Which of the images or documents tell the best story that connects New York State and New York City to freedom and the new nation? Create a 5-panel exhibit that features 5 documents or images that help tell the story. Task. Choose 5 images or documents and identify them using their correct names. Explain in 3 to 5 sentences why you selected each one. Every image or document you choose must connect to some important aspect of New York's role regarding freedom and the new nation. 2. On each panel, each source should be labeled with the following information: document or source title, description of the event portrayed, why the document or image was chosen. 3. Create a title for the 5-panel exhibit that captures some of the ideas of freedom in the new nation. 4. Be prepared to present the exhibit orally to the class and answer questions. All right, let's break some of this down and think about what each part means. So, here are your instructions. Think about how many people and events have shaped New York City, New York State, and the United States. And then you are going to imagine that the Museum of the City of New York is opening a new exhibit. They're calling it Freedom in the New Nation, New York at the Core. And you're going to imagine that you get to decide what pictures and documents they're going to put on display for people to see. So you're going to think back over the pictures and the documents from this unit and decide which ones you would want to display. Which pictures and documents from New York State and New York City best show the things that you have learned in Freedom in the New Nation? You're going to be choosing 5 documents or pictures from this unit to display in the museum. Here's your to-do list. 1, you're going to choose 5 pictures or documents and label them using their names. 2, you're going to write 3 to 5 sentences about why you picked each one. Every picture or document you choose must connect to New York's role in freedom in the new nation. Each source should be labeled with the following. 1, you need the document source or the source title. 2, you need the description of the event that was portrayed. 3, you need why the document or image was chosen, okay? For 3, you need to create a title for the 5-panel exhibit that connects to some of the ideas of freedom in the new nation. And you need to be prepared to present this exhibit to the class and answer any questions that they may have. So let's start by taking a look at some of the documents that you can choose from. The documents I'm about to show you are 1, from the social studies work you've done this unit, and 2, they're connected to New York State and New York City. Here's the first one. This is a painting of George Washington's inauguration at Federal Hall in New York City. This works because it happened in New York City and it connects to our new nation. This is our first president being inaugurated. Next, we have the stories of these 2 freedom strugglers. They are both from areas in New York. So that's how they connect to New York State. And they connect to the freedom in the new nation because they are about fighting for freedom. Each of these would work as its own. So they wouldn't count as one. You could choose this one, or both. These are also excerpts from real New York City newspapers, the New York Gazette, and it actually has stories about runaways. This connects to freedom in the new nation because it has to do with slaves trying to get freedom, and it's happening in New York. You could also choose this abolitionist profile, Henry Ward Beecher, because he was a pastor and a newspaper editor who resided in Brooklyn Heights. That's how he connects to New York, and he connects to freedom and the new nation because he was an abolitionist. So he wanted to end slavery. Here are some more abolitionist profiles that you could use because these people were residents of Brooklyn. Here is a stereograph card of Broadway near Grand Street. So this connects because it's a picture of New York City, and it connects to freedom and the new nation because it has to do with the Civil War. Here are some more images you can choose from. These are some images from the New York City draft riots of 1863. Now, let me show you an example of how I would do one of these. Let's say I wanted to choose this as one of my document or source for my 5-panel exhibit. I want to feature the abolitionist profile of Henry Ward Beecher. Here's my little checklist. I need to make sure that I have the document or the source title. I need to make sure that I have a description of the event that was portrayed, and I need to make sure I state why the image was chosen. So first, I would put the title. The title is right there for you. Abolitionist Profile, Henry Ward Beecher. Done. Next, I would describe what the document is portraying. So I might say something like, this picture or document is, this picture or document describes, in this picture or document. These are some sentence starters that you might use to complete yours. Check, all done. Finally, I need to describe why the document or image was chosen. So I'll say something like, this document was chosen because, or this picture was chosen because. And I would describe why I chose that for my 5-panel exhibit. Why was it so important or interesting that I wanted to display it at the museum? And once you do that, you are done with one of your 5 panels. Remember, you need to do this 5 times. So here's a little checklist for you. It has 5 checklists for the 5 documents and pictures that you are going to be putting into your exhibit. This will be available for you to use if you need it. So remember, what I just showed you on this page, you're going to do this 5 times for 5 different documents or images. All right, you do have a presentation, so here are some tips for doing really well on that presentation. Once you've completed your 5 panels, I imagine it as a poster or maybe a Google Slides. You can start by practicing with your family at home. Have them ask you questions so you can practice answering them. Also, make sure you study your documents and pictures so that you know them really well. Next, you can practice talking about each document in front of a mirror. You can also take short notes on index cards to help you remember the big ideas while you're presenting. All right, 4th graders, best of luck in completing this performance assessment. I hope that this video was helpful, and be sure to ask your teacher if you have any questions.